What is good, everyone? Dylan here, but today you guys can just call me Pusha D. Actually, never mind. Don't call me Pusha D. Just call me Dylan. Welcome back to another video, friends. Before we get started, do me a quick little favor and push that like button. It really helps out the channel, and let's get into it. Today we're going to be using a BPM of 92. Pretty solid range for these beats. And then the first thing we're going to need is some baking soda, obviously. That joke did not slap as much as I thought it would. Actually, what you need first, of course, is a piano. This piano is called Toronto. It's from my one-shot/analog bank Graileds. It's the perfect mix between real sounds as well as really dope synth sounds. And all the sounds you're seeing in this bank right here are also present in the one-shot bank. So if you don't have analog labs, it doesn't matter. And you want to do something like super redundant. So I'm just going to lay down some chords here like... So as you can see, this is super basic. It's literally like the exact same chords playing over and over again. It's just a minor chord, just sounds a little bit darker. Make the chord sound a little bit bigger. You just got this top note on here as well. And then right here, you can just see that I added a couple of notes. And that's just to keep it from getting boring and keep it interesting, as this kind of closes this first part of the loop. And then towards the end, there's this change over here as well. Trying to make it sound like kind of sampled, because a lot of these beats have, you know, elements of being sampled, etc. in them. And then I'm not going to put any effects on this. All I'm doing is cutting out some of the low end right here to make room for like the bass line when we add it later. Next sound I'm going to use is just this saloon piano. It's from the kit. Just a little bit of a brighter sounding piano, so it'll layer really well over the other one. Yeah, all I'm doing, literally just copy, paste. All right, next we're gonna chop some stuff up. And by chop, I mean we're just going to use this little arcade thing called Chop. And I just found this cool little sound right here. It's called Thoughtful Times. Here's what I ended up coming up with. Added this thermal effect. It's called Dreamy Lo-Fi Piano, and it just kind of fills it up. I also added this sound, but I think I'm gonna take it out, but might as well just show you guys. This is just a vocal chop that I just, you know, chopped it. Actually, I think it sounds fine. We'll keep it, you know. If you have an idea and you're like not sure about it, I always recommend just saving it, because, you know, you never know when there'll be a, let me look up a Pusha T quote real quick that might fit this. I feel like people can feel when something is natural. I think they can tell. Honestly, I forgot what I even said, so no matter what I did, I don't think any of these quotes would work for what I'm saying, because I just don't remember what I just said. It'll sound like if I drop it down a couple pitches. Ooh, yep. There we go. All right, so I actually finished the tutorial, laid out the beat and all that. Took a break, you know, relaxed, listened to the album again, and I was just like, I need to make some changes to this. And so I'm just gonna run through, you know, everything that I added. First thing I went and did was I went and threw it into Fruity Slicer. So all you have to do that is just literally just drag the audio clip in. I went here, turned up the attack a little bit, just so there's no like clicking sound. Repitched it so it was matching the pitch that I just showed you guys. And I went up here and just went to beat. And this is just going to make it sound a little bit more like chopped and a little bit more sampled. There's always like a lot of like vocal samples and stuff like that, and so I wanted to add another one, but I wanted it to be kind of unique, and so I just used this thing called Distant Voices. I just put a stereo imager on it, and that just pushes it out very stereo into both ears. Then next, I went on to the drums, and pay close attention to this because Kanye and Pharrell produced all the songs on this album, and they have very unique drums. So the first sound I use here is I use this Scammer 808. It's from my drum kit Graffiti. The rest of the drums are from my drum kit, the 8-bit drum kit, which is a lot of realer sounding drum sounds and a lot of really good bass lines as well, especially like the Travis Scott bass line that everybody really likes. I just added like this sharp like analog kick, and I added it just in a lot of spots. You just kind of got to feel it out. One really good way to just feel out your drums, if you like know where you want to put it, but you're like, can't find it on the grid or whatever, you can use a MIDI keyboard and just, tap it in. Or if you don't have a MIDI keyboard, what you can do is go here, click on this, go to that wrench tool, click record, and then just as it's playing, and it will record in exactly what you're doing here. Notice the kick's hitting in a lot more spots compared to the 808, just because the 808 is so big and it takes up so much space. Boom, hi-hats fall in a lot of the same spots as the kick, as you can see right here, and then it goes off in certain spots and then kind of comes back in. And I added a tom drum just because this is just something that Kanye uses in a lot of beats. And then it's also a very unique sound, so I can see, Pharrell using something like this as well. And for this, I have it hitting on a lot of the same spots as the kick. I made sure to make sure it did not hit on the same spots as the 808, as otherwise they just clash like way too much. And there's a lot of drums going on here, but the way I arranged it, nothing gets like overly in the way of the artist, so it's still very, easy to rap on. Pusha T. Out here, Pusha T. What? Psych. It actually definitely sounds way too busy. I'll do this a lot of times where I'll just kind of layer everything on top of like one pattern channel, and then when I actually go in and lay it out, I'll like remove stuff, not even use some drum sounds, etc. So I think it's definitely sounding a lot better now with like how it's arranged right here.
Dylan XO.
I'm gonna probably go and tweak this a little bit more, but hopefully you guys learned some stuff. Please subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Peace.